In 2020, the world watched as protests erupted following the killings of George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, and Breonna Taylor. These events sparked a larger conversation about racial injustice in America. The NFL, often criticized for its treatment of black athletes, faced pressure to take a stand. The NFL responded by incorporating the message "End Racism" in end zones for the 2020 season. This powerful statement signaled an unprecedented willingness to acknowledge the issue of racism. It was a clear departure from the league's historically cautious approach to social justice issues. This decision was lauded by many as a step in the right direction. Players, coaches, and fans felt seen and heard. However, the move also sparked controversy. Some critics viewed it as performative, arguing that true change required more than symbolic gestures. They demanded concrete actions, such as investing in marginalized communities and addressing racial disparities within the league. This tension between symbolic actions and tangible change would continue to define the NFL's relationship with social justice initiatives. Fast forward to 2025. The NFL announced the removal of the "End Racism" message from end zones. This decision, coming just 5 years after its implementation, has ignited fierce debate and raised questions about the league's commitment to social justice. The NFL defended its decision, stating that it signifies a shift from slogans to unity through action.
League officials emphasized their dedication to addressing racial inequality through community programs and player-led initiatives. They pointed to increased investments in social justice organizations and programs aimed at promoting equality and combating racism. NFL spokesperson Brian McCarthy, in a statement released to the press, highlighted the league's efforts to uplift the country following recent national tragedies. He stressed the importance of unity and togetherness, suggesting that the removal of the "End Racism" message should not be interpreted as a retreat from the fight against racism. Instead, it should be seen as a natural evolution, a transition from words to concrete actions that will have a more tangible impact on communities across the country.
Whether this shift in approach will satisfy critics and lead to meaningful change remains to be seen. The NFL's decision to remove the "End Racism" message was met with immediate and widespread backlash. Fans and activists accused the league of backpedaling on its social justice commitments, interpreting the move as a capitulation to political pressure or a desire to avoid controversy.
Many pointed to the upcoming Super Bowl, which will be attended by former President Donald Trump, as evidence that the NFL is prioritizing its relationship with conservative elements over its commitment to racial justice.
Critics argue that the timing of the decision, coinciding with Trump's return to the public eye, raises serious concerns about the NFL's motives. They accuse the league of prioritizing profit and political expediency over genuine efforts to combat racism. The removal of the "End Racism" message, they argue, is a slap in the face to players and fans who believed the NFL was finally ready to take a stand against racial injustice. This decision, they fear, will have a chilling effect on future efforts to promote social justice within the league.
The NFL's decision to remove "End Racism" from end zones has divided fans, analysts, and players alike. Some see it as a betrayal, a sign that the league's commitment to social justice was always superficial. Others support the NFL's emphasis on community programs and player-led initiatives, believing actions speak louder than words.
Sports commentators are split. Some argue the removal is to appease a segment of the NFL's fan base who felt alienated by social justice movements. They point to the NFL's declining viewership among conservative demographics as evidence.
Others maintain the NFL's commitment to social justice remains strong, pointing to continued funding of programs. They see the shift from slogans to action as a positive development.
The NFL's decision has sparked a complex debate about the role of sports in society. Only time will tell the long-term impact on the league, its players, and its fans. One thing is certain: the conversation about race and social justice within the NFL is far from over.